What's up, family? How y'all doing? So, I had a Zoom last week. So pretty much, I'm gonna be showing you guys the full breakdown of how to get out of an auto loan obligation and also how to release the lien. So pretty much, I've been teaching a lot of people lately about how auto loans work, how to get out of the obligation of an auto loan, and also what does it mean to release a lien. So let's first start with an auto loan, right? So this is how you would had your vehicle, and also I will go on into more detail about actually charging it off your credit and etc. Right. So once you get approved for auto loan, pretty much the lender has 1 to 3 months to repossess your vehicle after a late payment. If you refuse to pay the payment within those 1 to 3 months, pretty much they will execute for the repossession. Most people have trackers inside of their vehicles, and if they can't find you, usually they'll find the address that's on your credit profile. If they can't find the address on your credit profile, they look through social media and etc. This is an important aspect to learn when you want to learn about how they find people for repossession and also how skip tracing work. So let's start with the basics. You get a vehicle, right? So I want to say you have 120 days until the vehicle is charged off. In the meantime, it's between you and the lender. The lender need the vehicle to secure the collateral. You trying to get the vehicle pretty much to discharge or set it off, whatever the case might be, right? So this is how it work, right? So once you get the auto loan, you have 120 days to hide it away from the lender. Now, most people use the normal route, hide it in their garage, right? But this is one thing. You really not going to get much use out of hiding the car in the garage for 4 months. That's why I say it's very useful if you could do that, because most of the time, if you can hide a car in the garage for a certain period of time and the loan actually charges off, you would be in a way better grace than a person who just want to drive around willy-nilly. But let's just say you only have one car to focus on. Then you will have to make sure that you get the tracking device taken off the vehicle. Now you can go on Google, you can search up tracking blockers for a car. Amazon sell it. You can go on any website on Google. It's pretty much something that you plug inside the USB and just put on tracker gpsblockers.com, GPS blockers on Google, and you will see all the websites that have them. Pretty much what the GPS blocker does is it cut off the connection that you and the lender and who tracking your vehicle. Usually it'd be like the repossession agency or the repossession company. They will have the GPS locator on your car. Now, if the GPS tracker is the GPS blocker is actually removed, then it'd be hard for them to find the location. So usually if they can't find a location in a split second, like in front of your house or at a local grocery store, they'll try to circle the neighborhood and try to find you. If they can't find you, then they'll let the lender know we are unsuccessful. Then the lender will try to find other various ways to find you, such as checking your credit profile, checking any new phone number, checking any contact details, and the repossession agency will go as far as checking your social media. Now, this is a part of skip tracing. Skip tracing is when they hire a professional to look for the collateral. That means they're going to be searching very, 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 very hard. And this is the most vital time where you actually, the most vital and most important time that you actually want to keep the vehicle away. So my best advice would be to be this. Make sure that where you stay at is not on your credit report. If the home that you live in right now uh, actually have like your address and all that stuff right now in your credit report, and you still using, like, say if you're using a social, right? Because many people ain't getting auto loans with EINs. A few people is, but let's just say if you're using it with your social. If you move into a new address and that address pops up on your credit report, whether it be TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian, and your lender is able to see that, they're going to call the tow truck company to come over there to that address ASAP. That's why it's very important to know that. Also, any references such as family, friends that you, or co-workers that you put on the application and you put their personal information in, they're going to go to their addresses as well. So you want to keep everything as discreet as possible within that 1 to 120 days. Now, after 120 days, every bank have to charge off an auto loan for the reasons of accounting. So after the account been dead for so long, they pretty much charge off the account. Now, does this mean you free and clear and you get to do anything you want? No. Charge off is pretty much when the original creditor charge off the amount. So now it's going to a collection agency. So but the collection agency only have limited information of what the lender actually have, because you're not directly banking with the collection agency. You're not contacting the collection agency. You don't have any dealings with the collection agency. The collection agency can only go off of your credit report. They can't go off of anything else. So if the credit report don't show where you live, or the credit report don't show any new jobs that you might have, if the credit report don't show exactly where you receive mail, then it will be pretty much hard for them to ever find a vehicle, right? Now we're going to get to a more tedious part, right? Now, this is the part that everybody was wondering. Okay, now it's been charged off. Can I take it off my credit? Yes, you can take it off your credit. Now, I don't personally teach people how to take it off your credit, because one thing you got to realize, a million credit gurus out there, their main principle in everything is you have to make sure that the account is charged off. Because when it's charged off and sold to a collection agency, you can then dispute the account due to the fact that a lot of collection agencies like to upscale the amount on how much the product or the account was. So say the bank might charge off the auto loan for $40,000, but the collection agency might put an increase on that amount and say, hey, the debt is $50,000. Now, if you can dispute the charge off amount with the real amount to the credit bureaus, and they can actually see the error in their report, pretty much the credit unions can then take that account off. And there's many different credit letters. There's so many methods to use to get it off your credit. Once you get it off your credit, it's a clean slate. You can do the same thing over and over and over again. So we're going to get to the part where, now, do I own the vehicle? No, not yet. I'm going to tell you why. Now, can they still go after the vehicle? Yes, they're the lien holder. They have a lien on it, right? The original creditor, which is the bank, has a lien on the vehicle. Now, this is what you can do to get the lien release. If you have a company, right? If you have a trust, if you have a non-for-profit, I would highly recommend you get a non-for-profit that specializes in mechanics or auto body or anything like that. It does not have to be a shop. It doesn't have to be a real business, but it had to be a business at least with a tax ID number and an address. You can give them a physical address, a virtual address. It doesn't matter. Pretty much when you call, when you set up the whole thing with the lien release, right? Let me explain what a lien release is, right? A lien release is you releasing or letting or taking off the security interest on the vehicle. Under every title, you will see at the bottom, it'll say lien release, right? I mean, a lien holder, right? Now, this lien holder in particular, you want them to release the lien off the vehicle. Once the security interest get taken off the vehicle, the vehicle be pretty much free and clear. That means it'd be up for grabs. That means it has value. That means you can actually sell it. That means you can take it anywhere and get funds for it, right? So say if you get a Mercedes-Benz, the 2020 Mercedes-Benz, and a Mercedes-Benz worth $100,000. Now, if there's no lien on that Mercedes-Benz, you can sell that Mercedes-Benz for its value. That's how it is when you get a lien release, because there's nothing stopping you from actually selling the vehicle, because you have a title free and clear. Now, would they do that for you? No, the banks would not release the lien to a person who did not pay their bills. But guess what the banks will release the lien to? Now, if you have a company, you can have an authorized representative who can be a father, can be a brother, can be a son, it can be anybody, right? They can call the lien holder and say, hey, we have this vehicle over here at our shop. Pretty much we back car auto parts. This person sold it to us about 4 months ago. You can make it sound good. This person sold us a vehicle about 4 months ago. Now the vehicle was flooded. The engine was blocked. Locked up. Everything was broken on the vehicle. We pretty much bought it for scrap. But you guys have a frame I see here but here go the VIN numbers. Is this the correct VIN? And the company might say, yes, that's our VIN number. We was asking, do you guys think you guys can release the lien off this vehicle? Because my company planning on selling the frame. Now they won't charge you for the frame because the bank's going to count that off already as a total loss. So they don't really give a damn about the frame. They already charged off the account. Once they charge off the account, they got the money back. So pretty much they might tell that company, yes, under these conditions, you guys have to pay $500,000 just for us to file the proper paperwork to remove the lien release. Now then after that, you have to give us a corresponding phone number in order to you have to give us a corresponding phone number in order to address. You have to give us a corresponding address in order to send you the title with the lien release. The lien release is gonna have the title and it's gonna have a letter. It's gonna be stating that the vehicle's been released. Now, once the vehicle lien been released, now the company name, who you claim who bought it, their name is not going to be on the title because the title is just your name and it has the lien at the bottom and they're going to have the lien release letter. So pretty much it's going to be a free and clear car. You take possession of the title back. Now you have full ownership of a vehicle. That's how you go about when dealing with auto loans. And you want to make sure that you do not bump heads with the creditor. You want to keep everything private. You want everything to be discreet. You don't want to mess this up. And yes, you can contact them on behalf of a non-for-profit, a trust, and etc. You can say you gave the car away to the trust. You sold it for parts. The goal is to make sure that they release the lien off the vehicle. Once the lien get released off the vehicle, you can breathe now. You don't have to worry no more. I'm out.